Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle Seahawks fans. Let's get to the news. Hey Seahawks fans, sit down because what I'm about to tell you might just be one of the biggest rumors to hit the NFL this season. Yes, we're talking about Derrick Henry potentially donning the Seahawks blue and green. I know it sounds almost too good to be true, but the buzz is real, and the whispers in NFL circles are getting louder. Derrick Henry, the unstoppable force of nature from the Baltimore Ravens, possibly heading to Seattle in what could be one of the most impactful trades of the year. And if it happens, it could reshape the entire NFC West and, more importantly, give the Seahawks a serious edge as they chase that elusive Super Bowl title. So buckle up, because this isn't just some rumor, it's a game changer. Now, for those of you who might not be following every move in the NFL, Derrick Henry is nothing short of a beast. The guy is built like a tank, and he's been a top-tier running back for years. In 2025, he's been showing he's still got it, rushing for 704 yards on 148 carries, averaging 48 yards per carry, with 6 rushing touchdowns already on the board. And don't forget, he's also caught 9 passes for 55 yards, averaging over 6 yards per catch. That's a versatile back who can wear down defenses with his power and still hit you with the occasional pass out of the backfield. The guy's broken 30 tackles this season, and his yards after contact are among the best in the league. His EPA per rush is plus 0.20, and PFF gives him an impressive 84. 5 grade, placing him comfortably in the top 20 among all RBs in 2025. And get this, he's been healthy, playing all 9 games so far, avoiding the injuries that have hampered him in the past. His career stats are truly staggering. Over 11 rushing yards, 100 touchdowns, and a solid 87. 0 PFF grade over his entire career. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler, a true legend in the making. But what's really interesting here is how a move like this could impact Seattle's offense. Imagine Henry behind that offensive line, running downhill like a freight train. His style of play, it's perfect for the Seahawks. Seattle's offense has always been built around balancing the pass and run, and adding a back like Henry could push them over the top. This season, the Seahawks are already averaging 36 points per game, and with Henry in the mix, they could see that number jump even higher. His addition would give Seattle a true bell cow back, someone capable of controlling the game tempo, wearing down defenses, and allowing the passing game to open up even more. Remember, the Seahawks have been battling some injuries in the backfield, with Rashad Penny and Kenny McIntosh missing time, so bolstering that position makes all the sense in the world. Now, in terms of the trade specifics, rumors suggest the Ravens might be willing to move Derrick Henry for a first-round pick plus a third-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. That's a hefty price, but given Henry's production and his impact, it's a price that might be worth paying. Baltimore, as many of you know, has been in rebuild mode since Lamar Jackson's injury issues and recent slumps. They're sitting at 4-5 with a defense allowing 26.1 points per game, and it seems like they're looking to reboot the roster, stockpile draft capital, and maybe start fresh for the future. Moving Henry could be part of that bigger plan, especially if they're eyeing a rebuild post-deadline, which was November 4th. The Ravens might see this as an opportunity to get some valuable picks, especially since they're in a bit of a down cycle right now. Now, if this deal goes through, the Seahawks would be getting a running back who in 2025 has already shown he's still one of the best in the league. His raw stats are impressive: 148 carries, nearly 700 rushing yards, and 6 touchdowns. And he's been a consistent force, averaging nearly 80 yards per game and breaking 30 tackles this season. That kind of power, combined with his agility, makes him a nightmare for defenses. Seattle's run game could become a true river of destruction, with Henry leading the charge. Think about it, a backfield that already includes Kenneth Walker III, now complemented by a player of Henry's caliber. It's like upgrading from a river to a raging flood. Defenses won't know what hit them. The potential impact on Seattle's overall performance? Well, it's enormous. Right now, they're sitting comfortably at 7-2, with an offense that's firing on all cylinders, averaging over 30 points a game. Adding Henry could boost their scrimmage yards by over 800 yards, which is no small feat. It would also lift their points per game by at least 6, making them even more dangerous offensively. Not to mention, it would significantly improve their third down conversion rate, which currently hovers around 39.2%. With a back like Henry, who can grind out yards and control the clock, their offensive rhythm would become even more unstoppable. And don't forget the defensive side of things. A stronger run game means fewer possessions for the opponent, which in turn can lead to more turnovers and points off turnovers for the Seahawks. Think about the late-game scenarios, where Seattle has been known to close out games with a strong run game and opportunistic defense. With Henry pounding the ball between the tackles, breaking tackles, and extending drives, the Seahawks could wear down even the most resilient defenses late in the game. That's the kind of dynamic that can turn close games into blowouts and secure playoff positioning. The defense, benefiting from a more controlled game tempo, would also see less pressure, allowing them to focus on forcing turnovers and creating those game-changing plays that fans love to see. Now, the big picture here is that this move, if it materializes, could be a solid step toward a deep playoff run and possibly another Super Bowl appearance. The Seahawks have been building a strong foundation this season, with Geno Smith leading the offense and a promising young defense that's starting to gel. Adding Derrick Henry would be like adding a secret weapon, a true X-factor that opponents will have to game plan for. It's reminiscent of the impact Christian McCaffrey had when he joined the Niners in 2023. That trade injected new life into their offense, and Henry could do the same for Seattle. His presence alone would force defenses to adjust, creating more openings for the passing game and opening up opportunities for other players like DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Now, let's talk about the cap situation. The Ravens' cap hit for Henry is around $8 million in 2025, but moving on from him could free up around $12 million in cap space, which the Seahawks could reallocate to strengthen their secondary or sign some key young players. Cap space is always a concern, but with the Seahawks having around $6 million available, they could comfortably fit Henry's contract while still keeping room for other moves. Plus, this kind of trade sends a strong message that Seattle is serious about contending this year and beyond. It's not just about patching up gaps. It's about making a statement to the division and the league that the Seahawks are all in. Looking ahead, if this trade happens, the Seahawks could become one of the most feared run-heavy teams in the league, especially with the added power Henry brings. It's a strategy that could wear down opponents, control the clock, and create a more balanced attack that keeps defenses guessing. The NFC West is already competitive, but with the 49ers, Rams, and Cardinals all trying to find their footing, the Seahawks could gain a decisive edge. The division rivalry would heat up even more, and Seattle's chances of securing a top playoff seed would skyrocket. And finally, looking at the big picture, the odds of Seattle making a deep run in the playoffs could improve significantly. Fox Sports recently listed their Super Bowl odds at plus 850 in November 2025, but if they land Derrick Henry, those odds could tighten even further, maybe to plus 650 or better. That's a massive boost, and it positions the Seahawks as a real contender with a legit shot at hoisting Lombardi once again. Henry's impact on the field would be undeniable, and his leadership and experience could inspire the whole team to elevate their game to new heights. So my fellow Seahawks fans, what do you think about this potential blockbuster move? Are you ready to see Derrick Henry in Seahawks green? Do you believe he can be the final piece to bring Seattle back to the promised land? We're at a crucial juncture in the season, and this kind of move could define the legacy of this team for years to come. The NFL is always full of surprises, but one thing, as for sure, if this trade goes down, it'll be remembered as one of the boldest, most impactful decisions in Seahawks history. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Do you think Derrick Henry is the missing piece? Are you excited about the potential of this team with such a powerful addition? Remember, this isn't just speculation. It's a real possibility that could reshape the NFC West and give Seattle a serious shot at glory. Stay tuned, because I'll be back soon with even more updates, analysis, and news on the Seahawks. The season is heating up, and with moves like this potentially on the horizon, The road to Super Bowl LX might just be more exciting than ever. Let's go, Seahawks.